Okay, and we are live. Hey guys, this is John, and this is titled Tuesday on chess.com. Let's play a Caro-Kann to start out. I'm playing NM Tomy 10 in the first game. This is 10 rounds of 3+1 blitz, so buckle up. Greetings to everyone watching live. I just fired up the stream. I'm playing a Caro-Kann. I don't normally play this opening, but it has some Scandi-like influences. Let's see what happens. Okay, h6, this is all mainline stuff. Usually white plays bishop d3 here. The old theory sees black castling long and white also castling long. And in the new theory, I believe black castles short. So maybe I'll try that. Like bishop e7, white often puts this knight on e4. There's a trade. White tries to attack with the king side pawns. Hey, Bruno Rolla in the chat. Yeah, greetings to everyone on Twitch, everyone on YouTube in the future. Okay, c4. I'm going to play b5 and sacrifice a pawn. Let's see if we can get white to take that. So I can play rook b8 and try to attack that white king. Gives white a bit of a dilemma early on. Hello, browse to web. And kind of okay. Good to see you guys. Okay, so white plays c5. All right. Tempted to play knight g4 to go after this. But I could also just wait a move, queen c7, for example. Yeah, let's play queen c7, coordinate. Knight e4, trade, knight f6. That looks pretty typical as well. White wants a free attack against my king, but I can distract white here. Yeah, greetings everyone. You're just in time. First round. Queen e2. Okay, so I feel like g4 is coming, but let's play rook d8. I'm going to use this rook because if I use the other rook, I don't see what the queenside rook is going to do on a8, b8, or c8. I'm probably not going to outright attack white on the queenside now, given that white has played c5. I may try to use this d5 square. We'll see what white does. I wouldn't be surprised to see, okay, white plays g4 directly. I was going to say I was expecting maybe rook g1 first, but this makes sense. So if I take, white puts a rook on g1. If f5, then white can capture on e6, I suppose, is white's main argument. Maybe I'm all right there, though. Let's try that. I don't think on, say, rook g1, I want to play my knight back because bishop takes h6. So I know this is going to look a little scary, but hang tight, guys. I'll protect you. Queen e6, I'm going to go here. Some rook f6 ideas. Also, f2 is loose. But the main thing is, can I keep this construction? The pawn on f5 and the knight on g4 solid. That is the key argument in the position. Hello, Turnip Swagger. I didn't have time to grab Starbucks today, unfortunately. So I'm rocking the MJB. Hashtag MJB. Oh yeah, I do have to change the title. I'll do that after this round. Okay, rook e1. Let's play bishop f6. Can he take here now, though? I guess I take f2. Getting messy. Kind of have to take f2 here and roll the dice. I mean, maybe knight h2 is also... Knight h2, bishop f4, though. Yeah, it feels like we have to go for this. Yeah, we did a late night viewer stream last night. It was fun. So I still have the same title up. I forgot to change that. But let's try to get the job done here. He's getting lowish on time. Okay, he's purely trying to trap that knight. So I need a way out. Maybe bishop h6. But I have some counterattacking potential there. I could take and queen f5, for instance. Okay, so white goes bishop e3. Knight g4, hit the bishop. Polar Cow, thanks for the 111 bits. So can I take d4? That seems... maybe not. Maybe. I'm going to try it. My opponent's pretty low on time. I think I see what his idea is. He wants to play knight e6 here, but I'm going to go rook f2 and roll the dice. Normally wouldn't do this, but the opponent's in time pressure. That could be a good move, though. All right, let's step here. Oh, can he take? But then there's a back rank idea. Wow. I didn't actually even see that. Gotta take. And now here, come in. What in the world is going on in this position? I'm playing for mate. I have mate here. Check. The knight's gonna come in. And we got mate. Whew! Got the job done. It's either you get mated or you mate the opponent first. What's it gonna be? This is the jungle out here, folks. All right. We'll chalk up that win. All right. Awesome. Now, I have to change the title. Unchessable Rookie, thank you for the subscription. Thank you very much. Let me move this out of the way. Oops, that's my lead chess. Okay. Arizat, thanks for the 100 bits. Here, let me get a game up for you guys to watch. Just changing my title. 1 second. All right, that was a good start to the tournament. Wild game. And Wandering Winder, thank you for subbing to Twitch Prime. And Wandering Winder using the new emote, the Man 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 emote. Big shout out to Tom Walker for creating that emote. It is active on the channel. I hope I don't have to use it today. You guys might, though. Red Fossey with the 100 bits says, let's go, champ. Thank you, Red Fossey. We're all good on the title. We're locked and loaded for round 2. Okay, let me close this. And Surfing USA, thanks for the 400 bits. This is yay first round win. Love those kill or be killed positions. Yeah, absolutely. If you're a spectator, that is. PTMX, thanks for subbing, 3 months. It's great for the spectators. The kill or be killed positions. Scotch Goggles, thanks for subbing, 3 months. Says, go get him, John. Is this coming to YouTube? Oh, you bet. Always. Sorry the color of this thing keeps changing. I'm trying to get this out of the way, actually. Let me do that. Okay. Mkhitaryan in the mix. Alireza Firouzja, Alexander Grishuk. MVL, Fabiano's playing today. Andrew Tang is playing, Sergei Karyakin. Many familiar faces from past Title Tuesdays. Hello, Pass Pawn, it's going well. Here for Chess Vids, thanks for the 100 bits. John Bartholomew sounds like the name of a guy to talk stocks while playing squash with his accountant. Huge fan of your vids, man. Best instructional content out there. Hope you're well. Thank you very much. Shernick is wishing for an 11 out of 10. Appreciate it. Hello, J Chester 87. How many more games do we have in this round? Just one, it seems. A drawn king and pawn versus king ending. Doth Crane, thanks for the 500 bits. Very appreciative of that. Thank you, Doth Crane. Glad you guys all are tuning in for Title Tuesday. Second week in a row I played. Oh, and I hear the leaf blowers outside. Or weed whackers. I'm never quite sure which one it is. I think it's weed whackers. It's not quite fall here yet, so. It's a Title Tuesday tradition. Hello, Ethan Hops. Yep, I am keeping an eye on the MCC. Yes, indeed, Phil B. Most likely it's going to be a Magnus versus Hikaru final. Will be very exciting. A battle for the online chess ages. Chestastrophe, thank you for subbing. And we are on to the second round. Let's play E4. E4 was working for me last week, so might as well keep playing it a little bit. Thanks again for that sub, Chestastrophe. Okay. Open Sicilian. A classical variation. All right. I too like to play this as black. It's fun. Let's play F4. H6. What's the deal with that move? Because black hasn't played the capture on D4 yet. Does that make a difference? I assume I should take here. I can never really remember if I'm supposed to capture on D6. I don't think I am in this position. That is, take here and then take here. I don't think that works out well because of Queen A5. Yeah, so let's pull back here. I'm forgetting my theory in this line. But I don't think this is all that great for me already. But playable. Okay. F5 runs into bishop G5, so you don't want to play that. Let's play G3. Little reinforcement move. Okay, bishop E2. Oh, I can hear them. They're right outside my window. Hey, Axiom Fox. Good afternoon to you as well. Yeah, I got a full pot of coffee. I fired up right before TT. I'd like to take this pawn on D6, but I think I've already made like an elementary mistake in this opening. I'm not so familiar with the castle short lines, because I castle long myself as black here. Used to know this stuff, but clearly I need to brush up on it from the white side. We have 2 coffee emotes on the channel. Yeah. I hope you guys take advantage. Okay, bishop e7, rather passive. I'm thinking I should send this knight back into d5 now. Let's do it. a5, that's a typical move. It weakens the b5 square, but it does make a lot of sense. So let's play a4. Hi, Belgian novice. Hello, Sudhan. If only there were a place to practice openings. Some sort of website. Knight b4. All right, so I was thinking about knight d5 against this one. I'm probably going to go with that. Trying to obtain a strategic advantage. If knight takes, queen takes, that's rather depressing for black's dark square bishop. But let's see what black plays here. Okay, black does play that. Maybe they're going to counterattack this pawn? Who knows? Queen comes out. Okay. Okay, they do have a plan of playing queen c4. She might bring the queen in here at some point. I don't want to think for too long here, but this does seem like an important decision. Let's play king b1. I think rook fc8 is coming, but... Oh, and they used that pawn. She's going there. Okay, that one somehow I don't mind as much. Let's go here. Now b6, all right. Centralize. Now queen c4, I think I can trade and play knight d2 because that pawn should be untouchable. But we'll find out. So I'm just trying to lend more support to this at the moment. Let's go here. Okay. Time scramble incoming. Hold for it. All right. Let's go here first. Okay. I don't want to draw, so I'm going to play on. Maybe target f7. I can try to pivot to that. I do feel like I'm better here because I have good control over the position. Let's go with this active capture, trying to pressure that pawn. Maybe get the knight into d4 too. It's another possibility. Oh, I gotta move fast. d4 maybe? Oh! I didn't get my move off in time. Oh, that's a shame. That was my bad though, of course. Tried to make the move queen b5 and failed. That deserves a man in the chat. That was a bad one. Yeah. Went from declining a possible repetition to losing in the span of a few moves. That's like a typical sequence of events. And it was a long range move, relatively long range too. So I clearly failed on getting that move off. One of these positions where I felt like I was settling in for a longer term strategic advantage, but black kept it complicated and you saw what happened. I think allowing d5 was probably somewhat of a mistake too, although Yeah, maybe black has enough activity here that any sort of edge I thought I had probably doesn't exist. Brissett thank you for subbing. 18 months from Brissett. Well, that was bad. Let's take a look at Firouzja's game. Firouzja's down a rook here. Against Zamex. He's hoping that these pawns somehow do some damage, but black can move the rook here and promote, it looks like. Black almost flagging, too. Oh. What? Whoa. Amazing. I think white's winning now. There you go, the clock again. Zamex had a perfect opportunity to take out Firouzja, but got low on time. It's the great equalizer. It's only a 1 second increment. BNB, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, black pre-moved rook f1, assuming that Firouzja would take the rook, and he didn't take the rook, since that would allow the check and then the promotion. So very crafty from Alireza Firouzja. Played king e8. And then here, g6 is possible. That's awesome. And Saint298, thank you for subbing with Twitch Prime. Okay. So we got Gelman Alexander versus Z-Kid. Completely winning position for white. White just needs to finish it off. Both in severe time pressure, though. Oh! And just as I said, completely winning position for white, look what happens. We saw 3 games in a row in that round. My game, Max Sam's loss against Firouzja, and now here, white having to acquiesce to a draw, all influenced by the clock. That's how it happens. Okay, Lela Javakashvili up next here. Let's try to get back on track. Did black win that? Wow. Black did win that. Look at that. White didn't recapture the rook in time. Or they just got too frustrated and abandoned it. Parm99, thank you for subbing. Black actually won that game. Amazing. Okay, what is this? This is a interesting little setup for white. Queen b3. I haven't seen that move before. I don't think it's very good, but I'm curious how this will shape up. Flying Whales, thank you for subbing with Twitch Prime. Okay. Let's go here. I might try for an early b6 undermining. We'll see. Soften what black can do here in this type of structure. b6 or e5, one of the two. White going for a big clamp in the position. I'm always tempted to play g5 in this type of setup as well, but let's stick with b6. I think it's just a smart way to get rid of this pawn on c5. Thank you for tuning in from France. Okay. Possible attack if I don't castle, but castling would be the normal thing to do in a position like this. Let's play bishop e7. I think, assuming white puts a rook on c1, I'm going to go queen a7 and try for b5, knight b6, knight c4. Strategic plan here. Okay, so white plays a4, looking to stop that. Makes sense. Let's go here. Maybe I can send this knight to d6. We'll see. I don't want to play c5 too soon because that does give up the b5 square. Yeah, I like this maneuver. Let's go for that. The knight's not doing a whole lot on f6. Hello, Proteet. Okay, I think white's going to play b3 after this move to control this square. Now, this is roundabout where I could consider c5 now that my knight is on d6. So I am looking at that move. Yeah, you know what? I think it's thematic to go for this now, with the knight controlling b5. This will be on YouTube, yes indeed. El Cabrera, thank you for tuning into this stream too, after watching last night. Yeah, we wrapped up after 2 a.m. last night, so it's been a quick turnaround. Doc Holiday, thank you for subbing. Says good luck today, John. Thank you, Doc Holiday. Cheers. Okay, knight b5 on the board. Without taking on c5. Interesting nuance there. Let's take it. It does give white this pawn on b5. It's unclear if this is a strength or a weakness. I'm really not sure. Okay, bishop c3. I think taking seems correct. Let's do that. Opening the position slightly. Maybe c4 was decent too. I'm not sure. But I still like my setup here. So let's do this. Let's go back now. Attack this pawn. Do I have time to do another long maneuver? Remains to be seen. Okay, let's take. Queen here, perhaps. White trying to open the position. No doubt. Okay, let's take. The weed whackers are relentless. Okay, take. White could trade now, but she's not going to go for that. Okay, we're gonna keep this real simple. I think I can take here. Looks good. Go after b4. Think I can take. Oh, blundered that pawn. Total blunder. But knight g3 is in the position. I have 92. Deflection. Okay. This is winning. All right. And I won. All right. Tense game right there. Got the job done. Yeah, we repeated the position a few times, but like the last game, I mean, this one is even more clear that I don't want to take the draw. Even after I blunder F6, B6. I think I had knight G3 for a couple different moves. But yeah, knight E2 is important. Check and go pick up the rook. I thought about keeping it simple here, but white was pretty low on time, so I didn't take the bishop. All right. So on 2 out of 3, let's take a look at another game here. Sergei Karyakin losing to Vuk 2000. I've played this player many times before. This is a very good player. This I am Vuk from Serbia. And they are about to take down a former world championship contender. Ah, yeah, could I have played queen takes c1? Yeah, I could have. You're right. I could have inverted the move order. That would have been better. Then I would have won a whole rook. Yeah, Vuk does mean wolf in Serbian. That's right. Be a great name to have. Okay. Lots of players on 3 out of 3. You're expecting 7.5. Yeah, last week was my best ever 10-round title Tuesday. Got 7.5 out of 10. It was awesome. No reason we can't do that this week, right? I'm still well within the margin for error. Okay, Sergey Kim is next. Let's play d4 this game. I played e4 last game and I got into terrible time pressure, doubting myself. So let's bring it back on track against Sergey Kim. I'll play knight f3 on move 2. The Tory attack. I played this a lot in the I Am Not a GM tournament a few months ago. Okay, castle. Let's play a4. Just see how he reacts to a possible a5. Now maybe queen e2. Okay. c3, solidify. This is a durable setup for black. One of the better ones, I would say. e4 or takes. Let's take. And then play e4. Block this bishop. Have I used that pepper grinder yet? No, I haven't. I have not. Okay, let's go rook fd1. c6. That looks odd. But I guess black's going to press forward with b5 is their argument. Let's play... Let's play knight f1 first. Shutting in their own bishop, but they have plans. No doubt. I'm going to go here now, and I'm going to put the bishop on c2 more than likely. But let's reinforce this for now. And I want to keep b4 open as an option, so that's why I'm not putting the bishop on b3. Hey, D-pawn opener. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, knight e6. Going after that dark square bishop makes sense. Let's keep this bishop for now. Play bishop e3. I thought perhaps bishop b6 here, even though it allows knight f4. Knight f4, queen e1, queen f6, though, doesn't look so great. I'm not sure about that. Okay, let's play bishop d2. Keep an eye on the f4 square. Thank you, Ali. Hello, Kook2 Live. All right, I'll take that. Let's bring this knight out now. A minute behind on the clock. I need to speed up. Black has taken on a little bit of damage with their pawn structure in playing this way, but they're probably hoping to compensate with the bishops. Okay, I'm going to go here, maybe try to use the a5 square. Knight f3 would have been the obvious move. Arguably better, but let's try this one. Let's take. And on c takes, I'm going to play the rook up. Maybe I can do this. Nah, it probably doesn't work tactically. It's a bishop g4. But let's see where black steps. That will determine whether it works or not. Queen e7. Yeah, bishop g4 is a concern. Let's double. Pull this back. Knight d4 on the way. Okay, get rid of this pin. Or not. He's letting me take here. Bishop h6, I can take e6. Surprised he would do that. That does not seem like a good idea. All right, hey, picked up a pawn. I'll take this. I'll let him take b2. We're not going to mess around when I have this little time on the clock. Like to keep a little bit of tension and a set of minor pieces on the board if possible, as I drop a pawn. All right, let's take that. If he plays rook g8, I do have... Okay. Yeah, this is equal. Okay, offer him a draw. All right. Yeah, it didn't look like I had a whole lot other than the extra pawn, but the time was a big factor. I didn't see that pawn hanging on h3. That was a problem. Objectively, a position like this may be a draw anyways. 4 versus 3, all in the same area of the board, though. Black has the bishop pair. Opposite color bishop endings would be pretty common here, which only increase the drawish tendencies. Hello, RPG. And Crafty Raft, greetings. Okay, so long game. Get a draw. Let's check out Wonderful Time's game. Wonderful Time is a chess.com regular. Excellent blitz and bullet player. He's always at the top. I think he's won Title Tuesday before, too. He's down material here, but he has an H-pawn, and white is in... Oh, nice trick. Very nice trick. Rook takes f4. And now we are going to see if Wonderful Time can win this with queen versus... That didn't take long. Black lost, or white lost on time. Nice trick there. Rook takes f4. Deflecting the rook away from guarding the h1 square. I thought we might see king and rook against king and queen, but white lost on time instead. And Drew OB247, thank you for subbing. Cheers, my friend. Appreciate it. Thanks to all the viewers. Okay. Tak Tick Tick beating Goryachkina. Probably not too many games left in this round. Okay, and we're on a 6-minute break. I'll be right back, guys. See you in a few minutes. Getting ready for the second half of this tournament. A lot of rounds still to go. Be right back. Thanks again to everyone for tuning in. I do greatly appreciate it. You guys are always extremely supportive during Title Tuesday. I'm just catching up on the chat. Hermione, glad you like the Checkmate Patterns manual. I see Crafty Raph is in the chat talking to you about it. Yeah, Crafty spent so much time on making that the best possible manual for checkmates. I was very happy to be a part of it as well. So glad you're enjoying it. So we should be starting up here in a few minutes. So-so performance for me so far. That second game, pretty disappointed in myself for losing on time in this one. But that's what happens. You constantly have to remind yourself, and I have to remind myself, especially when streaming and talking through my thoughts, to keep the moves going. Just keep the moves flowing. And I paid the price in that game as I started stalling out. All right, here we go. Round 5. Let's play E4. Teddy Legbreaker, thank you for subbing. Tier 1. Go back to E4. Play my King's Indian attack against the French. Had a couple games with this last week. Knight C6. Yeah, this is one of the better lines. What to do against this one? Let's play C3 this time. Maybe I'll adopt a different setup, like Queen C2, Bishop E2, Castle. It is possible to play this way. Reversed Philidor. Early A5 by black. Trying to stop B4, I assume. Maybe against this one I can take. And then Knight C4. Somehow try to play in the center. Let's do that. Maybe black will play F6. And if she plays that, D4 is crossing my mind, trying to open the position. Let's go for it. 079, thank you for subbing. Okay, E4, very principled play by black. Let's drop this knight here. And on F5, Knight E3 maybe? Bishop H5 doesn't do anything, so yeah, let's go Knight E3. Anticipating a capture. Then I have a really strong center. Maybe I can use the F-file somehow in the future. I think black could just take and castle and the position's fine, but interesting transformation going on here. No, Bishop E6. Okay, so I'm immediately drawn towards the C4 idea. I could also try to play takes first and then go C4. C4 looks pretty promising. I'm going to do it. So I'll be threatening D5 here. So it's a little shaky for black on these squares. At least it seems that way. Okay, so black retreats. I don't think there's a way to exploit this immediately. Everything I'm looking at falls a little short. All right, let's go C5. And black's surely going to castle here. Maybe Bishop E6, but probably castles. I don't think I want to go grab this pawn. It would be pretty dangerous to do that just on sight. Although perhaps possible. Probably not a pawn you want to take, though, in a blitz game. So castles, maybe Bishop C4 check is what I was thinking. And slowly crawl forward on the queen side. Bishop E6, okay. Trying to find some principled way to play here, even considering G4, as crazy as that may seem. Let's try it. I'm curious how black's going to respond to this. Because black's keeping her king in the center for so long, I feel like I should attempt to do something about that. I know I'm taking some liberties with my own king. Lots of interesting ideas here. There's some d4 stuff that black could think about, sacrificing a piece for 2 or 3 pawns. Black could castle, black could take. She does castle, okay. Take. I'm a little bit behind in development here, so I have to somehow get my queenside pieces out. That's the one concern, but I do like that I've weakened this. Queen d7, I think I can play rook takes, and then knight takes e4. Black getting low on the clock. Very low. Okay. She plays probably a good move. Okay, let's take. Queen in. Attack this. And I want to get my pieces in the game. ASAP. Whoa. Was not expecting that. Here, I have queen f3 among other things. Yeah, let's go queen f3. This should just be good for me. I think black panicked a little bit there. She saw she was getting low, which is understandable. So I've done exactly the same. Okay, now this looks totally winning for me. Let's give a check. Let's jump here. I'm not going to play bishop d4 yet. All right. I'll take it. Yeah, that was a miscalculation by her. She might have thought that she was winning a piece back, but a couple problems with that. Queen f3. I maybe could even play knight f3 here. Just allow e2. Probably can. I have a feeling this position actually may be better for black because I'm taking some risks opening my king with my bishop on c1. I'd feel a lot more comfortable doing this if, say, the bishop was on d2 already. But as it stands, to get that bishop out and therefore get this rook in the game too, I need a minimum of a couple moves. Move the knight, move the bishop. So I wasn't really liking my position here. Let's just see what the engine has to say about that. Yeah, it does think black is better here. Actually says black can play knight takes d4 in this position. Interesting. Yeah, that is an idea that was kind of permeating the atmosphere here. Take, check, king h1. Very messy position, though. Take, this rook is defended. Bishop takes c5. Okay. Black is very active. Let's watch a game, shall we? Let's watch Andrew. He's playing Gina Manchuk. What was my plan with c5? Good question. I played c5 to try to use the c4 square in that diagonal in general, the a2, g8 diagonal. But it may not have been the best, I'm not sure. Thanks for the 100 bits, the Wecko. Yep, sure thing, Max. Feel free to whisper me on Twitch about coaching. Thank you, Basid. Good to see you. Longtime viewer, Basid. Rook b8. That is very strong. Andrew is going to 5. Wait, yeah, 5 out of 5. I was just checking what round we were in. But Andrew's going to have a perfect score. Excellent job. Outplaying Manchuk. Oh, this is a line that I've looked at with Andrew before. Knight f3 on move 5 in the Nimzo. Cool. Cool to see him playing that. So obviously rooting for him down the stretch here to get into the top 8. Because remember, in Title Tuesday, the top 8 make it into the knockout portion of the tournament. So you can stick around for that if you want. I'll stop streaming after the customary 10 rounds, but I'll probably kick the raid off to chess.com, and you guys can check it out there if you're interested. But we got a ways to go still. And let's check out Andrew's buddy, Hans. He's playing Vuk, but this is just a draw. King and rook against king and rook. Andrew is very fast. That's an understatement. He is one of the fastest players out there. Him and Danya are unbelievable. Naxter X, thank you for subbing with Twitch Prime. Go check out the video of Andrew playing this game called Don't Tap. It's like a tile game where you have to click these highlighted tiles as quickly as possible. It's crazy. And I'm not really a big gamer, so maybe that stuff impresses me more than those of you who watch like a lot of games on Twitch, but just go check that video out. You see his mouse speed. Not that you can't see it from his online blitz and bullet games, but highly recommend that video. Okay, they're playing out king and rook versus king and rook. What else do we got? That's the last game of the round. Still over 600 players in this event. Not sure what we started with. Probably 100 or so more than that at least. This is where they just got to call it a draw, but sometimes there are some stubborn players. There we go. Okay. Next round coming up. Let's keep it going, guys. This is somewhat mirroring my last Title Tuesday. I think I took a loss in round 2 in that one as well. Still finished with a very strong score, so let's keep it going. Playing Alexei Sorokin. Play a Slav. I never mind playing this variation. Basically a reverse London. Let's play the most dynamic way, bishop e4. Okay. All theoretical stuff. Let's go bishop e7. Takes on d5. How am I supposed to play here? Knight takes? I think knight takes. Going after that knight on h4. Okay, g3. You always look at tactics here and here, like rook takes h2, but they're not working. At least yet. Okay, let's go knight d7. I do like softening up these pawns, though, around white's king, even though white often castles queenside. It's just kind of nice. Okay, how to attack or get coordinated. I could definitely castle queenside here. That's probably the thing to do. Maybe e5 as well. e5 is interesting. Just trying to stake out some central squares. Yeah, maybe I'll go for e5. Let's play that. He captures. Okay. So knight takes f4, I suppose, is going to be the answer. Okay, let's take with the queen. Now on f4 there is knight f3 check. Okay. castle. Renewing knight d3 as an idea. On bishop c3, I can play knight d3, although I guess trade and king e2, huh? Will be the answer. So let's go here. Step back. Trying to get the bishop pair off the board. Reduces white's chances for sure. Now maybe g5. Just to stake out a little bit of space on that wing. Try to tie white down to this, because if white gets h4 in, they might be able to free their rook. I am behind on the clock, but the position is simplifying somewhat. Let's get my king up. h4. Okay, I'll take that. Takes with the pawn. Bring my king up. Establish some pawns on light squares. Do I want a rook trade? I'm not sure about that. If rook takes h5, I might want to go here. Wow, white plays bishop takes, so putting themselves in a pin. But they want f5, I suppose. Okay, let's go here. And take. Okay. Then we're going to go here. Okay, let's try to activate. Check. Maybe b4. Huh. I don't know. Maybe... I needed to step to the other square. This is losing. Yeah. Just lost. Pretty stripped down position, too. I lost that in a hurry, too. That's too bad. I should have played knight g7 and just gone for the trades. Bishop f3, trade everything on h1. Draw. Rip. R.I.P. I went for activity and I paid the price. There's already a few tactical issues here, because if I go check and go after the b2 pawn, then I run into rook h7 check, and white's going to take the knight. Big Steve, thank you for subbing. 5 months. Yeah, I hope you're having a good day as well. Yeah. White was pressing for a lot. White played that ambitiously, and I got this instinct to try to punish white, and that didn't turn out well. Should have just settled, most likely. Okay. can check out Andrew's game again. He just got mated. Not good for the home team here. Although he's still on a very good score. Thanks, D-Pawn Opener. Interesting endgame here. White has an outside past H-pawn, but this A-pawn looks pretty dangerous. Can White even stop that? They need something like knight B7? Yeah, I like that move. Attacking the bishop, also attacking C5 and the A-pawn. Ooh, maybe White can take this, assuming the bishop moves. Can White play knight takes A5? They're going to gamble. I don't know about that decision. Now knight takes C5? Okay. Unclear what's happening here. Wow. White resigned. Their knight got stuck on the edge of the board. That does make sense, actually. The knight has nowhere to go. Can't stop the pawn. Black dominating with a minimum of material. Yeah, I think if White had played knight takes A5 and then tried to run both pawns, I wonder if Black can catch up in time. I guess Black is pretty quick with the king here. But I was just thinking like H4 take. Here, let's say king D5. Nah, maybe it's nothing. Maybe Black easily tracks the D pawn down and does this. I got done pretty early, so a lot of games still in progress here. Three players on 6 out of 6. White just has to avoid stalemate things here, or losing their bishop, or flagging. there's a number of things you have to avoid in positions of this type. Knight f8, yeah, there's stalemate ideas, like I just said. So knight e6. Knight goes back to f8 now, probably. Still stalemate if Black takes, or if White takes. Okay. Here, White should be winning. Yeah, because knight f8 would not be a stalemate. Knight f8, there is no stalemate. Okay, White queening here. I guess Black couldn't queen because they get skewered. And White finds a way to blockade, and White is winning. So GM Harsha wins that. Last game of the round. Won by Black. Okay. Timeout by White. And here we go. Round 7. Let's play knight f3 in this one. Trying to move to 4.5. That would be great. Bird Up, thank you for subbing with Twitch Prime, 13 months. Says, get this next one, JB. I will try, Bird Up. Bird Up. Thank you. Okay, let's take. Bishop b4. Okay, let's check. Go here. Now let's go back. I probably should, Hector. Need to brush up on a couple opening lines, like the wide side of the classical Sicilian. Okay, I think Black's going to go for e5. No, Black does not go for e5. Bishop d3 or bishop e2? Let's go bishop e2. And then castle. Looking for knight e4 coming up. Knight e4, knight c5 would be awesome. Especially doing that with tempo. Aiming for a strategic advantage, folks. Pressure down the c-file. Rook doubling. Kick the knight. This is a backward pawn that we can attack. This is a fun position for white strategically. Maybe a knight coming here or here. Eventually make its way to c5 or in range of c5. Let's play knight e5. See if I can induce f6. I might play knight c6. Yeah, probably knight c6 is good because I am hitting 2 pawns there. e6 and a6 when I do that. Okay. Thinking about bishop g4 among other moves. Maybe bishop f3 though first. Let's do that. Nice grip on the position. What would Karpov do here? How to increase the advantage. Let's play g4. I'm just going to make some space gaining moves. Okay, because I think this should lose a pawn now for black. Because I can take on d5 and take c7 after this. Can also play e4. Maybe even stronger. Yeah, let's play e4. I don't know. Not sure which one's better. Okay. Drop this back, guard d4. I have e5 ideas on deck. Big Steve gifting a sub to Ali Jamp. Thank you. Thanks, Big Steve. Okay, let's go here. If here, I think I can take g7, then knight takes on e6. Or knight takes e6 first, even. Yeah, knight takes e6 first, even stronger. Looking very good. Take. I know e6 is still under attack, but I'm going to take on, or sorry, d4 is still under attack. I'm going to take here, and then if they move the knight, play this. And threaten the bishop and threaten mate. That should take care of business. And that is checkmate. All right. Yeah, that's too big of a strategic advantage when white gets the c5 square and can pile up. I'm not sure I played it correctly, but you often don't have a feeling that you played it correctly when you're playing 3+1 blitz, especially in Title Tuesday. Okay, so good game there, I think. Let's check out Grishuk's game. He's up a pawn here, and he has a big time advantage. Should be winning. Queen takes c6. Bishop f1, yep. And black resigned. Okay. Peter Svidler is playing Title Tuesday. He just won against Swimmer Chess. How do you see these checkmates under such little time? Lots of practice, Anki. We have a checkmate patterns manual if you want to drill them in a sequential way on Chessable. I was talking about that earlier. It's a great course. But yeah, chess very often boils down to pattern recognition, especially in seeing stuff quickly. So these are things that I've seen from a young age. I've been playing chess competitively since about age 10 or so. I learned when I was 8. So lots and lots of chess practice through all sorts of sources. Playing tons of games, especially when I was a kid, but also lots of books, tactics, all that good stuff. One player on 7 out of 7, young kid. And Ali gifting a sub to Localogos. Ali got gifted a sub by Big Steve, I believe. And now they're gifting a sub to Localogos. Thank you, Ali, and enjoy the sub. I'm doing well, Logical Move. How are you doing? At what age did I become titled? I think I became a FIDE master when I was 17 or 18, and I became an IM when I was 20. And now I'm 33. Still an IM. 20 or 21 for IM. I don't quite remember. There might be one more break. I think it's after this round. Hey, Charlotte Chess Center. Yeah, old indeed. I feel good, though. Not at the moment, 2 Rock Black. There's just no tournaments going on, and also I'm pretty busy, so any attempt going for Grandmaster again will probably be on hold for me for another couple of years, I'd say. Okay, White playing this out, although it's hopeless, of course. And Charlotte Chess Center gifting a sub to XS Narcissus. Thank you very much, Charlotte Chess Center. Go check them out if you're in the Charlotte, North Carolina area or passing through sometime. Amazing chess club, center, outreach effort. Because really, they're more than a chess club. They do so much. One example of something they're doing, they've been streaming a lot lately. Do go check out their Twitch channel. And they've organized matches between Daniel Naroditsky and an absolute slew of strong players. So it's Naroditsky versus the world. And they have prize funds for each match. It's kind of similar to like the Speed Chess Championship format, although they do change it up. It's at 3 different time controls. And it's been very entertaining. They also have some other people involved in matches. I think there was a match, Jeffrey Zhang versus Lei Kwang Liem recently. And they don't have to organize those matches. It's just something they've been doing as a outreach effort because of all the popularity of chess at the moment and just to stage a cool event. And Danya's been killing it in those matches, by the way. I could list all the players he's beaten, but Shakhriyar Mamedyarov was one of them. He beat him pretty convincingly, actually. Yeah, Danya's been doing awesome there. Okay, we got one more break. I'm going to run use the bathroom, and we'll get ready for the last 3 rounds. Try to end strong here. We can still get 7.5 out of 10 if I go 3 out of 3. Which I think last time, guys, I want to say I scored 3.5 out of 4 in the last 4 rounds of Title Tuesday. So let's try to have another strong finish. All right, be right back. Okay, 3 games to go, guys. Let's do this. In terms of standings, I know we had 1 perfect score. Yeah, young kid. Who is this player? Indian Grandmaster. Yeah, this guy's strong. Kartikeyan Murali. MVL is lurking with 6.5 out of 7. Peter Svidler also on 6.5. Grishuk as well, along with some other strong players. 2 GMs and an IM. All right, Andrew's got 6 out of 7 down here. Still in good position. No Hikaru today. He is playing his match on Chess24 in the Magnus Tour Finals. It's probably over by now, actually. I'm sure it is. Hello, someone with the username Who is John Bartholomew? Hikaru's in the finals. Okay, yeah. I think it's going to be him versus Magnus. Be a fantastic match. Can't wait. Samuli says, hey John, big thanks for the tutorial videos on YouTube. Helped a lot. Yeah, really glad to hear that. Thank you. Yeah, Faruja's on 6 out of 7. He's right here. How many played the second Title Tuesday last week? Probably turnout was still pretty strong. Probably less than the first one, just because it was getting a little bit later. I saw a couple streamers had a very strong start to Title Tuesday last week. Eric Hansen was 7 out of 7. And then I think he lost to Hans Niemann, who also had a fantastic event and made the final 8. So Eric's tournament went south after that. He lost his last 3 games. But sometimes these streamers, they get up there. I hope to be one of them someday. John, do you take milk and sugar with your coffee? No, I don't. I sometimes use cream, but that's about it. Lately, I've just been drinking it black. Hey, John, if you were an athlete, what sport would you play? If I recall, you enjoy combat sports, so maybe MMA. I like following boxing, but growing up, I was a big basketball player. That was my sport. Until I tore both ACLs in separate basketball incidents. As an adult, admittedly. Blandified, thank you for subbing for 5 months. Will you root for Magnus or Hikaru, or will you just enjoy the show? In the words of Agan Mator, I will enjoy the show. Okay, D4. Yeah, you don't want to mess with ACL tears, guys. Not that anyone had to tell you that, but do not tear your ACL. Cannot recommend. It's brutal. The recovery process is long, and your knees will never, ever quite feel the same. Okay, I'm playing this variation. I don't know why I'm playing this, because it's been like forever since I played this line. But let's see what happens. Playing NM 1D3 1-0. This often involves playing f6 and g5 and somewhat weakening the position near your king, as I recall. I played this in an over-the-board game once against a strong IM, and I did get a draw. But you can play it to win, too. Tearing it in basketball is pretty rare, says Audible. Not really. There's a lot of side-to-side pivoting in basketball, so no, that's a pretty common injury in basketball. Probably in soccer, it's most common. But any sport where you get a lot of side-to-side motion, quick cuts, things like that, it's a risk. And I have some sort of genetic predisposition to it, actually. When I tore my first ACL, that's what the doctor told me. And he basically said, if you continue, there's a decent chance that you'll tear the other one at some point. And of course, I was 18 years old. I was like, that's a risk I'm willing to take. And the doc was right. A few years later, he was absolutely right. Who knew that doctors were correct about those things? Okay, I'm playing a6 here. Bishop takes c6 is something that white could play. Yeah, and white does. Because if I take king b8, there's a check here that's pretty unpleasant. So I don't think I can actually take that. I'm going to go here and just develop. And play it cool, like I sacrificed a pawn on purpose. I can still run, yep. Yeah, I don't do a lot of sports with side-to-side motion anymore, but I do still run. Okay, let's try to attack. I gotta get something going, so h4. Now let's hide here. King b8. Maybe rook d4 can be a consideration, although I really need to get my king out of danger first for that to be a thing. Okay, so he's trying to eye up b7. I'm thinking bishop d5 is what I should do. Yeah, let's do that. Further defense. Whoa. Played that very quickly. If I take, I guess he's just saying that I can't ever take down the file, but that seems dubious somehow. And I think I have to take. Now after king takes, I have moves like rook d4. I mean, maybe I can just play bishop takes c5 too. Bishop takes c5, rook c1, rook d5, let's say. And then on e4, just move my king. Black or white can eventually win the piece back if I do that. I don't know. This is weird. I don't know why he's thinking now. He has to play king takes g2. I'm trying to put this time to good use. So bishop takes c5, rook c1, rook d5, e4. I think this is critical, so I'm going to do it. Rook d4 was also a thing, though. I'm really not sure. But let's do this. I feel like this should work out for me. Now, I guess he's going to play rook c4, huh? Or queen c4. Might fizzle. Do I have anything here? Queen c7 maybe. But no, I'm not going to risk that. That looks highly suspect. Willow, thanks for subbing. Time, I know. Okay, we got to do this. Didn't see a good alternative. Trying to attack h3 maybe in the air. Check. What's going on? Queen b5 maybe someday? I do like that I weakened his king. I'm going for the win again, guys. Don't know how this is going to work out. We'll find out. But with that king, I can't help myself. Oh, and that is mate. All right. Well, for once, declining the repetition and going for the win worked out. All right. That's why those pawns down on these rook pawn squares, like the third rank, deep in your opponent's position, they can help out. I'll take it. This is a lolly mate. If Crafty Raph is still there. All right. I don't know about that position I had. I'm really not sure. It looked very dubious what white was up to. Like, knight c5 really shocked me. Don't think white had to do that at all. But I got almost caught up in trying to punish white here. But I don't know that there is anything. Let's take a look at the engine. I'm really curious now. Yeah, lolly's mate. Let's see. White was better if they just played a calm move here. Significantly so. White is up a pawn after all. But instead they did this. Looks like I played it correct. King b8, queen c4. Now rook d2 is what the engine wants to do here. Queen takes c5, then take e4. Aha, okay, that makes sense. Jury Emo, thank you for the 200 bits. This is nice fighting chess. Thank you very much. I guess white should have traded queen somewhere around here. I felt good once I got the pawn to h3 with check. If king f3, g4 is mate. And if king g1 or king h1, rook e1 is coming. So king f1 is forced. And now I was just trying to keep the queens on. Oh, plus 7.9. Wait, what did white miss here? For some reason, rook cd1. Okay, just because of rook d8. I was about to say, for some reason, this is just winning for white, but that does make sense. The rook coming down and my king is trapped in. Okay, so the evaluation's swinging wildly. White played f3 instead. Yeah, just messy. Ah, and white had a draw here. Rook d8 check. Take, queen takes, king a7, queen b6. That would be a perpetual. Sturdy Boots, thanks for the 200 bits. It's kind of sad because John will never use man, man, man unironically now. Yeah, we can still use it unironically. Okay. Wow, and Young Kid beating Grishuk with white in what looks like a Berlin endgame. I would bet almost anything that this was the opening. Yep. Nicely played. I would assume. Possibly messy, but getting the job done against Grishuk is no easy task when you're leading a tournament. All right, guys. We got 2 rounds to go. We're positive for the tournament. 5.5 out of 8. It's all gravy from here. Let's try to match last week's score, though. Just need 2 out of 2. Yeah, the emote is new. Thanks to Tom Walker. He's in the chat. Thanks again, Tom. Here we go. Oh, look who we have. Look who we have here. We have International Master Greg Shahade. Look at, okay, we're gonna actually play a Scandi against Greg. He's been begging for a Scandi. He's absolutely wanted me to play one forever. So we got to play one against him. But we're going to sidestep his preparation. I know he was preparing super hard for me for the I Am Not a GM tournament. So we're going to sidestep whatever he has up his sleeve. But keeping it in Scandi territory, you know. Oh, d3. That's a little restrained. Interesting. Okay, let's play bishop g4. All right, let's go e6. e6, knight b d7. This is called the Patzer variation, what I'm playing here. But we can make it work. Early knight e4. I could take. Could also just castle. Let's just castle. He might go bishop f4. Nope, he's going to play it solid. Okay, let's go here. Black looks fine in this position. Bishop f4 is the one way to try to probe, but I think queen b6, among other moves, should be fine. He's probably drafting the tweet in his head right now, whatever happens in this game. No doubt. Okay, let's go here. Queen c1's kind of odd. I guess he wants to cover b2 is his point. But let's just go here now. We got a normal position on our hands. Bishop b4 maybe? Bishop b4 and knight d5 is what I'm thinking about. Let's go bishop b4. I can try to win a pawn here. Bishop d2, take, and then take a2. Let's do it. I'm going to go for it. I like winning pawns. You guys know this. Let's see what he's got. Knight d5. Knight d5. I'm just thinking if the queen is a problem. But no, it should not be. Go take c3 next. Yeah, looks good. Okay, this is a clean pawn. Picked off the a pawn. I can play a6 if I want to solidify. He might be looking for like rook a5 type move. Okay, let's go here. Staying solid. You know, that Scandi solidity. I'll let him play knight e5, I think. Pull the bishop back to h7. I want to gain the d5 square to use. Slowly work my way out. Consolidate. Let's play rook over. I think he's just going to play fast now. Okay, let's probe. Attack that pawn. If knight c4, maybe e5 is a decent idea here. Going for bishop e6. Going for the pin. B5 is a threat. Let's do this. See what he plays. Bishop E4. Okay. Let's go here. Tense position. Let's take. Feeling good, though. Don't know that I'll trade. Looking at the D4 square. Maybe C5 coming up. We'll see. Looking at his knight. Bring this up. Attack. Okay, still tense. I'm going to go for D4. Is that knight trapped? That knight might be trapped here. All right. Looking good, guys. Rook coming in. Oh, yeah. We got this. We got this. Oh, yeah. Expected result. Even with the Patzer variation. Thanks, guys. Never doubt the Team Scandy. I didn't have to trot it out in the I Am Not a GM match. Again, I didn't want to use my A repertoire in that match. It wasn't really necessary. But I know Greg is always fiending for me to play a Scandinavian against him. He's waiting with bated breath. It's the highlight of his year when I do it. So, you gotta have some fun every once in a while. All right, we get to 6.5 out of 9. I don't know that Greg's going to be tweeting this one. He usually only tweets his victories, so he may make some sarcastic comment, but he's probably not going to tweet this. All right, so we can still get to 7.5 out of 10, guys. One more good game. Let's do it. Is Young Kid still leading this tournament? 8.5 out of 9. He just drew Chess Warrior 7197, also up there, 8.5 out of 9. Greg is crying. Greg closing his Twitter account. He would never close his account. That was interesting how White's knight ran out of squares. Once I was able to get the second pair of rooks, or one pair of rooks off the board, I should say, I think it was winning at that point. He had to keep both rooks on to have a chance, but I think with my king on the queen side, helping out the pawns, it's too much. He's deleting a pre-made turret, right? Well, I thought for a moment that black had messed up here, but bishop a4 blocking. Yeah, now promote. Game over. Don't flag, though, if you're black. Black has very little time, but I think they got it now. Now they can pre-move. I will post this on YouTube, yep. That might be a little cruel, Big Steve. But good title suggestion. Thanks, Chernik. All right. Last game of the tournament coming up here. We get a Grandmaster. Let's play D4. Which GM is this? Indian Grandmaster Abhimanyu Puranik. Okay. Good luck, sir. Let's play C4 in this one. See what he wants to do. Grunfeld. Okay. Let's play bishop G5. Go E3. Let's take. Play queen D2. Try for knight E2, knight C3. Bring the knight around. And attack in the middle of the board. Try to get at this E4 pawn sooner or later. Let's play D5. Wouldn't be surprised to see black make some sort of stab with the pawns, trying to weaken my setup in the middle. Have I seen the show How I Met Your Mother? I have a little bit. Can't say I'm a connoisseur of that show, but yep, I have. D6 is tempting, but probably bishop f6 will be the answer, with some mass liquidation possible. I do have to be a little heads up about black trying to trap my bishop, but I don't think for now it's a concern. I should always have a square to go to, and f4 is covered multiple times. But something to keep in mind, for sure. f4 would be super interesting here. A little bit tempted to do that in castle queenside. Could castle queenside here too. You know what? It's the last game of the tournament, guys. Let's go for it. Come on. I need your support. We did it last week. We can do it again. We can match the score from last week. We're making this sharp. Yeah, he's going for b5. d6 trades everything off, so I'm not a big fan of that move. f4, let's do f4. And take en passant. Love it. Love the support in the chat. Thank you guys so much. b5, I think I just got to keep my head down and play f4. And say, knight takes c4, fine. I'll be sacking a pawn, I'll put a rook on g1, and it's go time. There's also d6 ideas. I mean, d6 is still a legit option here, I think. d6, queen takes, maybe queen g2. I'm hitting the queen, and I'm also hitting the rook in the corner. It's actually pretty interesting. Yeah, let's do it. Otherwise, black parks the queen on d6, so I think this may be interesting to play. So this is the idea. Otherwise, if I just trade, I mean, maybe it's okay. That bishop is pretty bad, but queen g2, how is black actually going to respond to that? Not sure, but let's find out. Queen e6 to maybe go after this, but it entails sacrificing the rook. So I doubt they're going to do that. Queen b8, queen takes g6. I just visually like my chances against black's king. That should be very, very good for me. Down 2 pawns, but a big attack here, and lots of threats. Queen b6, okay. So I was thinking about knight d5 or just taking on a8, but that allows bishop b7 is the point. Knight d5 is probably the thing to do here. Unless they're going to play bishop b7 at that point. Is that the idea? Don't want to spend too long here, but I think I see what my opponent's up to. Okay, let's go here. Now knight d5? Let's try it. I know I'm opening up a possible attack here. He get the queens off the board. He's going to do that. Still have a lot of threats here and here. I'm down 3 pawns now, though. But I'm surely going to be winning 1 or 2 of them back. And this seems awkward as well. Sharp stuff. Okay, let's take. Interesting. Okay. Now those bishops are annoying. And he can win the exchange back if he wants. Rook over, okay. And take. This is my idea. Using the pin. Went passive. Never go passive. Never go full passive. I did it. Okay, now I'm probably just losing. Yeah. Rook check, rook c3. Too much. Okay. Nicely played, sir. I lose that game. I don't make it to 7.5 out of 10. Brutal. We end with 6.5. Cut off there, but 6.5 out of 10. That's another one of those positions I wish I just had more time to analyze, but that's blitz. What do you guys think? What would you have done in that situation after queen b6? I have so many options here. Maybe I should have gone knight d5 right away. But knight d5, I wasn't liking bishop b7. It looks crazy, but I think black's doing all right here. But maybe this was the better way. Many, many options here. Queen takes a8. I can get 2 rooks. This is true, but I think with black's activity, this rook under attack, some pressure here. Maybe bishop takes c3, bishop e4 ideas. I wasn't liking that either. It's all about the initiative. Thanks, Ali. Not sure. Let's take a look. Queen b6, and the computer, of course, is just showing zeros all the way across. We might have to give it more time to think. Now it's actually saying black has a slight edge. Wow. Yeah, queen b6 was nice. That's probably the only move to keep black in the game, due to that idea of trapping the queen. Yeah, knight a4 I would never play, ever, in this position. Knight d5 was definitely up there, but yeah, you see knight d5, bishop e7. Just wasn't liking those simplifications. And if I take the rook, let's see what the eval is. Wow, look at that eval. -8 and climbing for black, -9. So it thinks I'm busted here. It's really that bad, huh? Like if I move the rook somewhere, let's say here, this position is awful for me, apparently. Which makes sense when you see it, because I'm so weak on the light squares, this queen is coming in. So yeah, he found a good move, and looks like I was just outplayed after this. I'm worse now. Yeah, this is winning. All right, that was fun, though. That was an interesting game. Don't mind losing games like that. Opponent just played better, understood the dynamics of the position better, but it was a fight. I had chances. Queen exchange earlier? Well, yeah, I could. You mean queen takes d6? Definitely could. But I saw this queen g2 move. When you see a move like queen g2, it's really hard to pass that up, in my opinion. Especially in a blitz game. But yeah, admittedly, if I could go back, this looks like a better option. The black seems to be okay here, too. There's also knight d5 right away, apparently. But that really wasn't my plan. Now it says queen e6 for black. Funny move. Even allowing this. Beating Shahadi should count for 1.25. Ah, no. As I said, expected result. Am I addicted to anything besides coffee? Nope. No, coffee is my one vice. But yeah, in all seriousness, guys, this is a lot of fun. Let's see if we can scope out maybe a final game. Hans Niemann is playing. Chess Warrior and Young Kid tied with 9 out of 10. So they will be in the top 8. Thank you, 40 Days and 40 Nights. Okay. So Hans is defending with the bishop against the rook. Bulldog is trying to win this. This probably doesn't have any relevance. Nah, definitely doesn't have any relevance for the top 8, which is set. Got to get a minimum of 8.5 to be in the top 8 in this one. That's a tough score. Bishop versus rook is a draw. Hans, though, has to be a little careful because he is in the same color corner as his bishop, which usually you do not want to be in. You want to be in the opposite color corner of your bishop, but I don't think black is able to create enough threats here for it to matter, and apparently they had been playing for a while, so draw. Fellowship of the Tables, thank you for subbing, 2 months. And tournament over, there we have it. What was my place? How did I finish? Well, 6.5. Probably gets me in the top 100. Gotta scroll a ways to get to it, but getting there. There we go. 80th. I'll take it. Right under Gareth Bale and Mickey Tarian. We'll take it. So congrats to everyone who made the top 8. I'm going to send the raid off to chess.com so you guys can watch it if you want. I'm sure they have coverage going. So thanks again, guys. This was a lot of fun. We always play this to have a good time, improve a little bit, see me in time pressure, talk too much, but still try to put together a decent score. So thanks for all the positive vibes. All right, gonna head out. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your day. Maybe I'll see you for next Title Tuesday, if not before then. All right, later, guys. Bye.